Globulus. I'm bringing you a 1 versus 1 featuring Pililuk this time. He sent it to me a few days ago, but I got one from, got a replay from Andy I had to do first, so I went ahead and did that. Now I'm going to do Peely's here. Just give you a rundown here. Peely has 6 gold Urbans. He has 3 gold Praetorian Cav and 6 bronze Roman archers. I think this is because he only has his archers at bronze. It could be 15k, but I'd say it's probably more like 12 and a half. He didn't really send me the info as far as that goes, so I'm really not sure. But I'd say it's more like 12 and a half. His opponent here, commanded by, I'm not sure how to pronounce any of that. He's part of the AOR clan. I guess that's a clan. I've never heard of them before. I don't know what do we call this guy? Call him Nazoth, I guess. Anyway, he's commanding the Seleucids here. He has just 10 Cataphracts. I don't see any upgrades on these front 5. I don't know if they have upgrades or not, but we'll find out as the battle goes on. So, anyway, I thought it kind of strange that this guy would just bring Cataphracts, but I guess if he thinks he's that confident with just cavalry, then by all means, play your style. You know, that's kind of how I look at it. It obviously wasn't CWB rules, or he wouldn't be able to bring 10 calves. So. Yeah, I would imagine Pililuk was probably kind of shocked by this. Him just bringing 5 of his cav up like this. I think as soon as I saw this, if I would have been Peely, I would have swung my archers up here on a line. Probably rush them up pretty fast on a line just to fire at the sides of these Cataphracts. I mean, more than likely they're not going to do a whole lot of damage the way they're attacking here. Yeah, I mean, so they rout almost immediately. Now here, this was actually an interesting idea by the Seleucid player. Didn't cause any damage really, but the idea was right, but because they lacked any upgrades, it really didn't make much of a difference, and I don't think he used his mace attack. But I could be wrong there. And here he gets his cavalry split. By the Peely's Praetorian Cav. So he just chases him down here. But as you can see, Peely's lost hardly, well, he lost a soul. So yeah, he hadn't lost a single person. But now he's going to, the Seleucid player is going to be able to, these two, at least these two are probably going to recover and stop routing here. He's still chasing these down. I think Peely probably should have, well, not sorry, should have, but could have, well, he was chasing these down. He would eventually have caught them. But I think his best option here, you know, while all this was going on, just go ahead and keep advancing up the hill. But what's this? Oh, I didn't see these. Or is this what he had up the hill? Let's find out. No, this is different. I didn't see them. They must have been in the forest here. Wow. So he's got 3 more companion cav here. 4 more companion cav. So he brought 14 cav of this. I was kind of confused at first. Kind of surprised that one would bring an army like this. But it is smart. He's getting rid of the archers. It's really not bad. So now I guess I can understand why Peely wanted me to post this. Because I actually haven't watched this yet. I'll take that back. I watched to see what the armies were. What I always do before I post a battle that's sent to me, I look to see how long it is, you know, up here in the corner, and excuse me, and I also look to see what the armies look like. So when I first saw this, I didn't see the companions at all. So I just saw the 10 Cataphracts, and I was thinking to myself, well, why would Pililuk want me to post this when it probably wouldn't be much of a fight? But, you know, I didn't see the companions, so it makes more sense now, because Pililuk here is completely, you know, there's no way he'll win the battle of maneuver in this fight, especially against 14 cav. At least initially. You know, it's probably down to, let's see, I know 2, 3 of them routed of the Cataphracts, so 11 cav now. But either way, he's only got 3 cav to counter it, and his archers. I mean, the problem with the Cataphracts and the companions is they're all armored cav. And with the Cataphracts, if the Seleucid player would come in with a frontal charge with his companions and had worked his Cataphracts around, while you know, Pililuk's Praetorians were chasing down that routing unit of Cataphracts, if he would have come in with his companions, hit Pililuk's front line, and had swung around to his Cataphracts from behind, come up the hill on with a mace attack. These urban cohorts, they probably would have won. The cohorts probably would have won the battle. But excuse me. But they would have lost a heck of a lot winning it. I think, like I said, they probably would have smashed the companions up front, but the Cataphracts they probably wouldn't have had an answer for, especially if the Cataphracts would use their mace attack. Now I'm assuming Pililuk's getting kind of frustrated with this. I can't lie, I probably would myself. You know, like I said, obviously this wasn't. If this was CWB, it was a blatant violation of the rules. I'll just say that. But here's what. Yeah, they've got 2 companions, 7 Cataphracts. There's 9 cavalry units left. I didn't see any stop over here, but it's possible they did. So they could be in the cover of the forest here, which is, you know, now this is a smart idea by Pililuk come over here just in case some of the companions or Cataphracts had even moved down here. I don't think the Cataphracts have, but in case some of the companions that were part of this battle stopped and are taking cover here in the woods, or forest, whatever you want to call it. They look like spruce trees, so we'll just leave it at that. But really, I'm not sure. I don't think Pililuk really knows how to attack this. I think he's just kind of winging it as he goes. You know, winging it and kind of learning it as he goes here. Personally, this many no, noob circle won't work on this. So Pililuk, don't do noob circles with the Romans. Future note, or future thing for you to understand. Can't really do that with Romans. I mean, you can, but it's not as effective. With pikes, it works, but not so much with Romans. Or is he trying to bait him out here with some archers? That's what he's trying to do. He's keep his cav close. But the problem is that the Seleucid player has the high ground here, and I see some upgrades now. Bronze on the general unit. I think that's it. Yeah, he just got the general unit upgraded. So these urbans, being gold, the Praetorian cav being gold. It probably wouldn't have been a bad idea for Pililuk just march his army up slow and then rush them. There's really no way you can, even with the high ground, unupgraded units are not going to stand a chance against upgraded units. You know, I probably could have brought Armenian legionnaires here, gold, and probably could have routed half of these cavalry units if I had the same kind of setup with Armenia as he does with Rome here. And this is just going to be, yeah. I see how this is. I see how this game is going to go now. This is going to be a simple. I would say the Nazoth here is probably going to just run around the map, hit and run on the Roman army, which is classic, combat strategy. If you use your advantage, it obviously his advantage is cavalry. You use your advantage to the best of your ability. He's got his companion cav. I'm assuming to try, I wouldn't do this personally, but it looks like he's got them split up. I mean, he's want to use one of these as bait. One of these formations as bait. I would assume it's probably his Cataphracts. I'm not sure if they can be hidden or not in the field like that. Yeah, Peely's just really not. Doesn't appear to quite know what to do. And it's kind of an insurmountable task in a lot of ways to, because Peely doesn't have enough cav to go head to head against all these cav. I mean, even his 3 Praetorian cav, even though they're gold, they probably wouldn't defeat all this cav. So he's definitely outmatched, when it comes to cavalry. Now this would be a good idea. There we go. I see what I would probably do in this situation if I was going to bring my archers up. I was just mentioning this earlier on a replay that hey, he caught him on a replay that Eli did, one of his own battles where he was playing as Macedon. He had split his formation into 2 groups, putting archers on either side to take care of his advantage. Take care of the enemy flanks. Now I used to do that with Carthage, especially during scored fights, and I knew I was up against people who didn't know as much as I did about the game. I would tend to swing my slingers to either side of my line. I'd split my army into 2 groups. I would have my infantry in the center, and they would stay put, my Sacred Band infantry. And then on my left and on my right, I would have usually 3 slinger units each on each side, and I would send my 3 Sacred Band cav. Well, I would have 6 total, but I would have 3 Sacred Band cav on either side behind my slingers, covering them from cavalry attack. So my slingers would just pick apart an enemy's formation from the flanks, and that's probably how I would play this if I was Peely here. He don't really have the cav to cover, but what he could do is send a couple of these cohort units with the cav to cover his archers, and then he could swing up the rest of his urbans, probably maybe up in here, just at the edge of this forest. Hide them and try to draw the Seleucid army into something they don't want to get into. Because right now, it appears that really appears that the Seleucid player is not sure what to do either, or if he's doing this on purpose. But that's just how I would play it if I were Peely. But it's awfully hard to try to beat an army who has a hill advantage, whether it's all cav or not. Just moving his whole army over here. So he's going to send his cav around. He should probably send one of his cav over and send the other two with his army. I would say send 2 cav. Since he's reforming like this, I would have sent one of my cav up here at the edge of the forest. They could respond to a hot spot, and I would send the other 2 cav up here with my main force. But yeah, I've seen Roman players use this sort of a modified nuke box, I guess. And every time they've used it, they get smashed. Really, I guess most players that ever use whoever used nuke, excuse me, that use nuke boxes, generally they can get smashed. But because the Seleucid player does not have any archers, there's not much you can do about it. Because as you can see, Pililuk has his general unit turned to face any rear attacks. So Pililuk is obviously aware that he can't do anything about the maneuver part of the battle. I mean, there's just nothing he can do because there's so many cav he has to deal with. But I had somebody comment on all my other videos saying I should talk more clearly. Well, it's not that I'm not talking clearly. I just talk fast. So, excuse me again. I'm kind of fighting a cold here, guys. But, no, I just talk fast. Always have, always will. Nothing I can do about it. So, sometimes I'll run my words together. Sometimes I won't. It just depends on my mood that day, I guess. So I just wanted to respond to that criticism. It's not that I don't speak clearly. It's just that like I said, I don't, or I tend to talk way too fast sometimes. Now here, Pililuk probably should have brought at least a couple of these infantry up to help support these archers. Because his archers could make a huge difference in this if he could keep them supported and get them around kind of behind these Cataphracts or companions when the time comes to do so. So I was going to fast forward this a little bit, but I mean, I don't want to miss anything because this is a newer player's replay. I wanted to point out, what he was potentially doing wrong, and give him some ideas on how to combat something like this. But I have actually never fought an army full of just cav. Not unless my army was all cav. So this is something that is actually new to me. I know how I would play it, but I don't have any experience actually dealing with it. I see here he is bringing up his cohorts. Actually, it might not be a bad idea to put 2 cohorts in each wing. Just let his archers stay out front and then put the rest of his cohorts behind. But the ones on the wings, have the peel mode, fire wheel mode off, and keep the fire wheel mode on for the ones behind the archers. Because, like I said, I wouldn't do the nuke box thing either way. But if he would put put like 3 units of urbans behind these archers, if the Cataphracts or the companions would even attempt to come in and charge these archers, the Pililuk here would light them up and probably rout them. I keep thinking I'm seeing arrows come in here called drones, but they're not losing anything, so Maybe I'm wrong. Yep, there was the ambush unit. I knew it was somewhere. Must just have it sitting here. Now, you probably don't need to do this. He's got them routing. They probably won't come back. Not with only 11 here, or 10. His Praetorian Cav, I'd set them right up here at the top of this hill. Well, I guess they are coming back. Wow. I didn't think they would come back from routing. But yeah, his Praetorian Cav, I would send them up this hill to where they'd be in a great position to charge down the hill at these Cataphracts. Even outnumbered, if you have a hill advantage and they're gold, I mean, he might be able to run the tables on these guys. That would require rushing his entire force here forward to keep the Cataphracts occupied. Let's see, he's going to try the ambush thing here again with the companions. I saw him come over here, but I don't see him now. So he's probably going to try another ambush. So Peely's playing awfully cautious here. I don't think he's taken into account, I could be wrong about this, but I don't think he's taking into account that these are not upgraded. Like he's taking them as, you know, they're Cataphracts, oh no. You know, they can do some damage, which generally they can if they're upgraded. Not saying they can't like this, but not against gold units. They will do virtually no damage, especially Romans. He is rushing it. It's not really rushing, but he's marching his troops forward here to against the general unit and the 2 Cataphracts here. Why he split up like this? He's going to try to charge on the archers now. He said he needs to have his fire at will mode on here. If he does, he can do some serious damage to these guys. Yep, these guys Pila firing here. Wow, they only took 1 horse. That's amazing. No, they got 3, excuse me. Problem is now Peely is downhill from this charge here, so this might actually rout this corner unit. Nope, he's just doing standard hit and run. Now I would probably do this too if I were the Seleucid player with the army I had. I'd probably hit and run like crazy most of this game. There's 2 units that have routed, 2 Cataphract units, like companions that charge in are gone. They may not have. Not sure where they're at. Still, if you look at his cav, he's really not lost much. He's got 1 unit down to 19, the other 2 are virtually full strength. Something I would do if I was Peely, I'd just go ahead and keep chasing these guys down. Just chase them. They'll eventually get tired because they are heavier. They have armor, so they have to, you know, that does actually fit into, excuse me, into how you'd want to play this. You gotta think about it. If you know, Praetorians, you know, the Praetorian Cav, you know, yeah, the riders wear armor, but the horses are not armored. Whereas with Cataphracts, horses are armored. So, you know, horse is a horse. So, you know, they're going to have, they're carrying more weight, so they're going to tire out faster. So it probably wouldn't have been a bad idea to chase these Cataphracts down with his own cavalry. And just kind of get them exhausted, and he could probably would have taken them just his cav now, at least at this point. But I could understand why Peely would be annoyed with this, because this guy's just going to hit and run him the whole battle. He did. The Seleucid player did get a decent charge in on that last attempt. Didn't do a huge amount of damage. Did some, but didn't really do enough. Here we go. We're in columns again. I don't know why. I never do columns, but I see some people do it. I think Pili's got a, I've always tried to, when I see a player do this, I'm like, why are you in columns? Columns makes you kind of vulnerable. Now his archers here, I don't know if they're out of arrows or not. I doubt it though. They couldn't have fired it. They still got arrows. Here we go, another. I think he's gonna go after the archers now. But he's gonna keep his cav close to counter it. Or is he just running away? Oh. No, I'd imagine he's gonna swing around and try to hit the archers. I might be wrong though. Now, Pili be here. I would probably just rush these Cataphracts. With him going around like this, I mean, he's pretty much got these guys' archers covered. It probably wouldn't hurt to just rush his cohorts in and try to kill or chase down as many of these Cataphracts as possible. Like I said, they will tire out a lot faster than regular cav. So, that's exactly how I would play this. And I would keep my archers, over here. I just use my archers as bait in this fight, to be honest with you. Like I said, with everything, with all with almost the entire Roman army being gold, why not use your archers as bait? It's the only way you're probably going to catch any of these Cataphracts or any cav is to use them as bait. So your more upgraded cav can deal with these guys. Well, here's going to charge into the sides. It looks like of the Praetorian cav here. I think he just caught him off guard. I think Pili was concentrating, worrying about up here, and just missed this. What the heck? Where'd they come from? Wow. You mean tell me they were heading into woods? So he's brought 6 Greek light calves. So this guy brought 20 cav units. Oh my god. That's incredible. I didn't even see them anywhere. But they route pretty quick. Like I said, they have no upgrades. Where's Cataphracts go? Okay, there's this one. Okay, yeah, they're about dead too. General units sitting here. Now they're going to be able to hit these archers. Here's more Greek light cav. I'm at a loss for words here. I've never seen anybody do this before. Just bring 20 units of cav. I've never seen that before.
The enemy
Routes the general unit.
flees.
And here comes this Cataphract unit.
The gods be praised.
Should be
The
another
enemy
one down
general
here
is
somewhere.
dead. His men know their doom approaches.
Yeah. Here they get rear charge in on these urbans. Where's your cap and Pililuk? There you go. That way they don't run away on you.
All
Route
Rome will be amazed at
That's
such
amazing.
a victory. The day
Like I said, I've never
is
seen anyone
ours.
bring 20 cav before. So that's a first for me. Even with all that cav, because they were unupgraded, he only got 224 kills. Where Pili got the majority of the kills. So, Pili played it well. The Seleucid player, if it were me, I would have played that a lot differently. But I'm better with my cav than a lot of people are. So, look at the kills. Most of the kills, I'd say quite a few was Praetorian cav, but his Urbans did the majority of the killing here. So, anyway, good game for Pili. Nice win. Everyone just remember, Always play with honor and bleed your enemies.